In Father Calloway's book, Consecration to St. Joseph, Wonder 2 is titled Our Spiritual Father, and he divides it into 3 sections. The first section is titled Patron of the Universal Church, and Father Calloway tells the great story of how St. Joseph became patron of the entire church, based upon Blessed Jean-Joseph Lataste. He was a Dominican priest who wrote a letter to the Pope of the time, Pius IX, inquiring that Joseph would be the patron for the entire church. And in this letter, Father Lataste said that he'd be willing to give up his entire life in order for Joseph to undertake this special title. Pius IX was so moved by this letter, and it providentially enough, Father Lataste actually passed away the following year, that Pius IX acted upon this heroic act for St. Joseph, and in 1870 declared St. Joseph to be the patron of the Universal Church. Part 2 is titled Our Spiritual Father, and I love how Father Calloway really gets into explaining how Joseph was a real father to Jesus. He was more than just a legal guardian, he says. It was a paternal relationship that was personal, authoritative, affectionate, moral, and loving. So Jesus, in his human nature, needed Joseph to teach him all the virtues of manhood. He needed someone to care for him physically, emotionally, psychologically. And St. Joseph was given special graces to fulfill this role perfectly and to give such a perfect image of the Heavenly Father to Jesus in his human nature. Realizing how good St. Joseph was as a real father to Jesus and that Jesus is our brother, we're invited by Jesus to take on Joseph as our spiritual father. The third section is called Ite ad Joseph, and Father Calloway draws a great parallel between the Old Testament Joseph and how he was in Egypt and preserved food for the entire world, to the New Testament Joseph in how he preserved the true food, the true bread from heaven, Jesus Christ, in order to give himself to the entire world. Just as Pharaoh instructed everyone in Egypt, and I quote, "Go to Joseph and do whatever he tells you," we can say the same thing when we look to St. Joseph. Go to Joseph and do whatever he tells you.